Hi all. Everything in my video is pulled from the public domain, and I am using them under the Fair Use, Fair Dealings guidelines. Everything I say is my own opinion. You should look into this information for yourselves, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Good morning, everybody. We've got some more updates for you. I'm trying to keep everything going in order. I finally uploaded that one video that I had been sitting on for days. So I'm running a little bit behind on my videos. Hopefully we'll catch up soon, but I want to cover some of these updates just because I think they're important. So let's get to it, shall we? Let's go. I'm sure you all remember when the story came out that Harry and Meghan had cleared their schedules so that they would be available for the Platinum Jubilee. And remember, Harry had offered to help them set up the Platinum Jubilee, an offer that was rebuffed. Then we got the story that you see above. There's an awkward schedule clash. They may have to miss it due to Invictus or whatever. And as I've told you guys before, Meghan Markle will never step foot in the UK again, and she'll never let the children over there. Okay? So now that they floated the story that they're open and available, and then there might be a schedule conflict, now they're floating the story that Harry may have to go without Meghan. So essentially they're covering all eventualities. So if they get an invitation, great. If they don't, they can say, well, they had schedule conflicts. And if Harry goes by himself, he can say, well, Meghan's got things to do with the kids. They're just trying to cover their bases. All right, moving on to our next update for a story. I'm sure you guys remember this gentleman. This is the anti-monarchist that did the Princes and the Press documentary for the BBC. And then it came out he'd been putting up nasty tweets like he wanted to throw a brick at Kate. Remember that? And some of the people that were in it came out and said they were completely conned, and people started complaining. They contacted the BBC. After hearing back from the BBC and getting form letters, most people then went on to complain to Ofcom. And the reason people were complaining was because the entire documentary was slanted towards Harry and Meghan's favor. It was very obvious what was going on. Anyway, it became so bad that the BBC actually had to respond to the claims. But their response was the generic, we believe in our people, everything was vetted, blah, blah, blah. But yet they could not explain why they gave airtime to Scooby-Doo and to Harry and Meghan's attorney. And I showed this to you before, but for those of you who don't recognize it, this is the attorney who put up this tweet, which I'm guessing was done before Meghan hired her. We know that the BBC did not let the palace view it before it went to air. It was very pro-Meghan and Harry. It was very anti-monarchist. The palace didn't get their say. This guy reminds me of the guy that did Martin Bashir. It's the same thing. Well, remember there were podcasts that they held back because of the uproar? Well, they went ahead and released them. I'm guessing they were upset that Catherine and William didn't let them do the Christmas special. It's a box set of 6 things, 6 podcasts that are available on the BBC website. Do not listen to it. Do not go. Do not click. And just FYI, in case you didn't think this was going to be it, it's all slanted in Harry and Meghan's favor. Why do you think the Prince, Harry and Meghan Markle coverage turned so sour so quickly? Why do you think that it went from a fairy tale wedding to, this dueling duchesses? They're trying to lay blame instead of saying, well, maybe it's due to Harry and Meghan's behavior. All right, moving on. Do you guys remember when I showed you this? That an unnamed CBS spokesman said that Harry and Meghan were taken advantage of, that they really didn't mean to do the Oprah interview, blah, blah, blah. Omid Scobie, who we know is in bed with Harry and Meghan and has a close personal relationship, made the statement that you see below. The palace should apologize to Meghan, and they have no regrets. Harry and Meghan have no regrets about the Oprah interview. Do these people not realize that what they've said can be pulled back up? Or do they think that everybody just has short memories? It's so odd. Okay, so here's a story I haven't covered before. Apparently there was a panel and they were discussing Harry and Meghan's charity efforts since they left the royal family. And it came out that they had spent more money on legal fees for their charities than they raised in 2020. We know this is absolutely true. We have seen the paperwork from Archewell. They only made $50,000 in the year of 2020. So Andrew Pierce pointed out that they're not interested in charity. They're trying to line their own pockets. And the other panelist, Shay Grual, I hope I'm saying that right, said, that's slanderous. Did she not see the paperwork from Archewell that the rest of us saw? Okay, watch this.
The reason I mentioned the home with 9 bathrooms is because they're more intent on making money for themselves to fund their fabulous multi-millionaire lifestyle. That's what's going on.
Excuse me.
Harry's
That's
writing
very
a memoir.
slanderous.
They've done
That's
TV.
very
Hang on, I'm
slanderous
speaking.
what
They've
you're
done TV.
saying.
They're doing TV programs. They're not doing
Just let me
anything
know
with
when
the
I can
charity
talk.
because they're concentrating on making money for themselves. Sure, that's up to them. That's their priority. But they should perhaps have thought about that when they launched that charity in such a blaze of publicity
Yes, you
all
can.
that time ago.
Go on then, Shay.
Yeah, I would like an opportunity to speak rather than being shouted down. Thank you very much. That's quite slanderous what you're saying. If you want to accuse a charity of, taking money or using it for their personal gain, then do that. This is not the case here.
So she tries to interrupt him while he's speaking. She won't let him finish. And then she complains that she's being shouted down at. And then she says it's slanderous, even though we've all seen the actual legally filed paperwork from Archewell. Yes, they made $50,000. Yes, Harry and Meghan spent millions on legal fees. Everything that was said was absolutely true. Well, that's a lot of information, a lot of updates. You guys leave your comments. You know how much I love to read them. And I put this picture above because I just want to thank you guys who have been donating to my coffee fund. You know how much I love coffee. You know I gave up drinking coffee because I was donating all my money to the animal shelter and Meals on Wheels, 2 of the biggest, most vulnerable groups, I think, that's going on right now, pre and post-pandemic. But you guys have been uber generous and I've been drinking my coffee and I'm so happy. So make sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell to be notified of future uploads. You know you can follow me on Twitter, you can follow me on Getter, you can email me. If you've been donating to my coffee fund, thank you so much. And as always, you guys, have a great day.